Are you still dealing with credit card debt racked up during the holidays? It's like that terrible gift that keeps on giving, isn't it? Well, today we're going to talk about how to kick that bad boyfriend out of your life for good. Hi, I'm Michelle. Welcome to the video. I teach everyday women with everyday money issues how to manage their paycheck so that they can meet their financial and money goals. And if you stick around until the end, I have a brand new freebie bonus for you this month. The first step to solving any problem is to step back and add up the damage. In our case today, quite literally. Take a deep breath. I'm over here metaphorically holding your hand. Log into your credit cards and tally things up so you know exactly how big the problem is. It might not be as bad as you think. The second step is to take a step back and evaluate each debt. For example, did you open a store card in order to get a discount or a freebie? How much is on that card? Typically for a store card, there's only a couple $100 at best because you specifically opened that card for one transaction. If that's the case, then I want you to do something radical. Go pay it off. Right now. Yes, right now. Here's why. Store cards are notorious for giving you that super low, if not zero, introductory rate and then zinging you 60 days later with an astronomical interest rate, effectively washing out any benefit you might have received from the discount. Pause this video, open another browser tab, and pay that puppy off. And then come back, because we aren't nearly done. All right, you are knocking things off the list. So far, you've totaled your credit card balances so you know the hill you need to climb, and maybe it wasn't as bad as you thought. Plus, you've already paid off any pesky store cards that you aren't going to use again anyway. A question I get regularly is, should you then close that store card? Well, hang on, I'm going to get to that in a minute. But first, we need to back up and take a look at the credit cards you have left. When it comes to paying off credit cards, there are basically three methods or strategies that work. The snowball method, and this method is all about quick wins to keep your enthusiasm and attention up. If you paid off one of those small store cards balances, you've already experienced this. The next debt payoff strategy is called the avalanche method. This one is actually the most effective because you're going to pay off the cards with the highest interest rate and the highest balance first. Mathematically, this is going to save you the most interest in the long run. The downside of this method is that it usually doesn't give you any quick Scooby snack dopamine hits like the snowball method does. The last method is the tornado method. This one is all about channeling all of the negative emotions you have about that debt into getting it paid off. With this method, you find every extra penny possible each month to push towards that debt because you just want it out of your life so much. A lot of people go all Dorothy and the Wicked Witch of the West on their school loan debts, for example. If you want or need a deeper dive on each one of these strategies, I did a whole blog and video series that I'll link to in the description. There are videos with each blog, so you don't necessarily have to read unless that's how you like to learn. Give me a thumbs up if you're like me and you love to learn. A minute ago, I said we'd talk about whether closing a store card would hurt your credit score. And the answer is maybe, but even then only for a month or so. Here's the thing. When you opened that store card, they did what's called a hard pull on your credit report. And a hard pull can cause your credit score to dip a bit. So your credit score has potentially already been affected. But the bigger thing is that a store card with a few $100s on it and probably a low available credit balance to begin with is not going to affect your overall utilization rate that much. Utilization rate is the amount of money you could put on your credit card versus the amount of money you have put on your credit card. I also did a whole video on this topic that's part of that series on how to pay off debt that I'll link to in the description. We're almost to your bonus for watching this far, but first I want you to think about doing one more thing. Start a savings account for this year's holiday purchases. Yes, start a savings account while you're also paying off last year's fund. Yes. How awesome would it feel if next year all you had to do was move money from your holiday savings account to your checking account to pay for the holidays? If you're a credit card points person, how fantastic would it feel to get those points and immediately pay off the credit card. How awesome and amazing would January be if you don't have to stress about the credit card debt following you into the new year? You already know how much you're going to need to save based on what you added up at the beginning of this video. So you already know your budget. Just divide it by the number of paychecks between now and November 15th, which is when holiday spending typically begins, and you're golden. Now for your bonus. First, may I just say thank you for watching to this point. I sincerely appreciate it. When you watch my videos to the end, it means my video will get shown to more people. So thank you very much. Secondly, my bonus for you is an ebook I wrote on how to manage your credit report. It's my brand new freebie, so you are getting in on the action early. This ebook is in checklist form to help you review your credit report and includes my personal process for how I review my credit report from each credit reporting bureau throughout the year. If you are one of my Canadian, Australian, or UK friends, the basic concepts still work for you. You just have to plug in your country's version of a credit reporting agency. That's it. If you gently walk through each one of the steps in this video, you will have a plan to get that holiday debt behind you. And you'll have a head start on not going into debt ever again during the holidays. If today's video was helpful, please like and subscribe. It really does help. Don't forget to grab your freebie. And if you like this video, you might also like one of these. Until next time, have a fantabulous week. Bye.